Thank you for your goodness. We thank you for your love. We pray, O God, a special blessing, direction, guidance on this press conference. We ask the blessings upon the leadership of the GFA. We thank you, O God, for the activity, the event we're able to put on in a few weeks. We ask, O God, that your divine intervention will be on it, and we pray, O God, that every aspect of it will be successful. All this we ask in Christ's name. Amen. On behalf of the Grenada Football Association, I extend a heartfelt welcome to each and every one of you as we usher in this landmark moment in our history, the GFA's Centennial celebrations, starting with the Legends Weekend. Allow me to introduce our head table. Starting on my right, we have the Honorable Jonathan Lacrette, Minister of Youth and Sports. To his right, we have Mr. Marlon Glean, President of the Grenada Football Association. On his right, we have Mrs. Curl Hostialik, Chief Operations Officer of the Grenada Tourism Authority. Members of the media, everyone who's viewing and here, we welcome you this morning, and we'll now invite our first speaker to unveil the Centennial celebrations, beginning with the Legends Weekend activities, our President, Mr. Marlon Glean. Mr. Glean.
General Secretary, Honorable Jonathan Lacrette, Minister of Youth and Sports, Mrs. Hostialik, the Chief Operation Officer of the Grenada Tourism Authority, media personnel. Good morning to all. And welcome to this, our press conference to highlight our 100 years of football in Grenada. This is a very important year for football and for football in Grenada. It's been 100 years of the GFA, 100 years of promoting the game, of playing the game, and 100 years of providing opportunities to our communities, to our country, when it comes to football, in terms of entertainment, in terms of potential for scholarships, opportunities for players to play abroad, and also our administrators, highlighting some of our administrators who would have given service to this country and to this football association over the years. So today is the launch of our celebrations for the year. Over the next couple months, we'll have a number of initiatives. We start on May 5th with an International Legends match. But additionally, over the next couple months, we'll have other initiatives where we would have highlighted some of the individuals who would have given service to football over the years, our players, administrators, government officials, etc., who would have provided the support to football in Grenada and football in the Caribbean over the last 100 years. Additionally, we'll be highlighting our national teams, and you'll hear more of these upcoming activities in the next couple weeks and months ahead. Our intention was to start this a bit earlier, but we know that the first couple months was saturated with a lot of events, including our 50th independence celebrations. And we thought the couple months was just too clustered with events and activities, character games, independence celebrations, etc. Hence the reason why we're here today to and go on until the end of the year. On May 5th, we'll have a Legends game. This is first of its kind in the entire Caribbean. We've never had so many superstars, international world-renowned superstars in the Caribbean at one time playing in a match. We're not just going to focus on the international superstars, but also our regional superstars. Some of these names you'd have heard over the years and would have seen on TV representing some of the biggest clubs in the world. Real Madrid, the Arsenal, the Porto, etc. And on May 5th, the entire Grenada will have the opportunity to see these individuals and interact with these individuals in person. It's going to be a weekend of legends. We expect the legends to meet with all of our grassroots programs around the country. We expect the legends to participate in some of our cultural and tourist activities, events, sites in Grenada. This Legends Weekend will be bigger than football. It's an opportunity to also showcase Grenada. Some of these legends, Emmanuel Adebayo has over 1 million followers on social media. So it's an opportunity for Grenada to be highlighted, not just as a football country, but also as a country where individuals should come to visit. So we're supported heavily by our government, our Ministry of Sports, and our Minister of Sports, our Ministry of Tourism, and our Tourism Authority, because, as I said, it's important that we look at that weekend as an opportunity to showcase our country to the world. It's also an opportunity for us to bring some of these individuals who've never been in the Caribbean. Speaking with some of these legends, as much as they would have had teammates from the Caribbean, etc., some of them would have never been in this part of the world. So it's an opportunity for them to see another side of the world, so that they can go back and talk to their sponsors and talk to their fans, etc., about what a lovely time and a lovely place Grenada is. So we have so far confirmed a number of legends, about 30 legends and counting. And we've been getting calls. Everybody wants to be part of it. Just yesterday, we got a call from probably the biggest player that ever played for Canada, Dwayne De Rosario, Canada international, one of the best players that ever played in the Major League Soccer in the US. And Dwayne said he wanted to be part of this. And we're getting more and more calls every day with legends wanting to come in and provide some support and come celebrate 100 years with the Grenada FA. But some of the names and some of the individuals you'll see here, El Hadj Diouf, everybody remember El Hadj from a really good World Cup when he played for Senegal a couple of years ago. He also played for Liverpool, and he also played for Bolton. Emmanuel Adebayo, who led Togo to its first World Cup, was a superstar at Arsenal. He also went to the rival, Tottenham, and he also played at Real Madrid. Alex Song also played for Arsenal and Barcelona, played for Cameroon in the World Cup. Alisson Ndio, who played for Senegal in the World Cup also, he was a teammate of El Hadj Diouf. Kanu, one of the best players that ever played the game, Nigeria international, captain of Nigeria, played in the World Cup, played in the Olympics. He also played at Arsenal, one of Arsenal's legends, one of Africa's legends. Anthony Bafo, who we must give credit to for helping coordinate all the legends in Africa. Anthony is one of the leaders in football in Africa. He's a Ghana international, played for Ghana and played all over Europe, in Germany and France. And then we also want to thank Mexico football. Mexico is providing us with 3 legends, 3 of the best players that ever played the game for Mexico, in Luis Hernandez, Jared Bogatti, and Jorge Campos. Everybody remembered the colorful goalkeeper for Mexico over the years. Campos was a household name in Grenada, around the Caribbean and around the world. Colorful character, and Mexico would be sending us 3 of their superstars. And US Soccer has been really trying to help us out. They'll be sending us Kobe Jones. Everybody remember Kobe Jones in a couple of the World Cups for the U.S. And we're working with them to see what other legends can come from the U.S. It's not a small list. Before the game is played, I'm sure we're going to have maybe 40, 50 legends here. And then the Caribbean. We have some of the best players that ever played the game in Trinidad. Russell Latopi, who played at Porto, who played at Rangers in Scotland. Russell Latopi, the little magician, is probably one of the best players to play the game in the Caribbean. Shaka Hislop, goalkeeper for Trinidad, played at West Ham, played in the World Cup for Trinidad in the first and only visit to the World Cup. Stern John, probably one of the best players that ever played the game in Major League Soccer, who's from Trinidad. He later went on to England to play at Birmingham and a number of other clubs in England. Stern is probably the leading goal scorer. He was the leading goal scorer in MLS for a number of years. We also have from Trinidad, Kenwin Jones. Everybody remember Kenwin came to Grenada and played on the Trinidad under-20 national team when they drew with Grenada somewhere in 2003. Kenwin was a instrumental part of that Trinidad under-20 team, and then went on to play in England at various teams, including Sunderland. From Barbados, they have Norman Ford and Lalo Goodridge. Lalo Goodridge is the first Barbadian local player to get a contract in Europe. Lalo went on to play in England, and at some point was teammates with our very own Jason Roberts. Lalo is probably regarded as the best Barbados player ever. Norman Ford, who would have captained the Barbados national team when I was a player, and when we played against Barbados, Norman was a key part of the Barbados national team. From St. Lucia, Jean, and Earl is the best player that ever played or ever put on the St. Lucia shirt, and one of the best players to play the game in the Caribbean. Earl later went on to Trinidad and was a star in the Trinidad Professional League. He is a legend in St. Lucia. Everybody knows his name. He's a legend in Trinidad and Tobago, where everybody knows his name because of how great he was during his time playing in the Professional League in Trinidad. And then Atiba Harris. Atiba Harris is the president of the St. Kitts Football Association, but Atiba Harris is one of the best players that ever played the game in St. Kitts also. Atiba went on to have a really good career in Major League Soccer in the United States. From Jamaica, we have, Ricardo Gardner, who captained Jamaica, one of the youngest players in the 1998 Jamaica team that went on to play in the World Cup. Ricardo Gardner has been a leader in Caribbean football. He would have played at Bolton as a 17-year-old, would have played in the World Cup and later on got a contract to play at Bolton in the United Kingdom. Ian Pepe Goodison, everybody remember Pepe, big centre back for Jamaica, who played in the World Cup also, who wore the number 5 shirt. And Freddie Butler. Freddie Butler is one of the first Caribbean players. I think he's the first Caribbean player to play in the MLS. When the MLS had its first draft in 1996, Freddie Butler was the first Caribbean player to play in the MLS. He actually played at San Jose Clash, where he played with another legend, Michael Emanello. Michael Emanello would be remembered for playing for Nigeria in the 1994 World Cup. But more so, everybody remember Michael as the sporting director of Chelsea in their glory days, in the days of Drogba and SEN and those guys in the mid-2009, 2010 era. Michael Emanello was the sporting director at Chelsea, and now he's at Saudi Arabia, responsible for the development and the growth of the professional league in Saudi Arabia. Michael is a very good friend, and is probably one of the leading football experts, administrators in the whole world. He would have transformed Chelsea when he was there, and now he's been asked by the Saudi government to transform football in Saudi Arabia. So we expecting to see Michael at some point. And then our local superstars, we have Jason Roberts. Everybody knows Jason Roberts for his time playing from an 18-year-old coming into the Grenada national team somewhere around 1999, 1998, as an 18-year-old that grew into a Premier League player in England. But when Jason came to Grenada, he was merely an 18, 19-year-old young boy trying to make a name for himself in football. So Jason is going to be here. Shari Joseph, probably one of our most notable Grenadian footballers who would have played youth football for Grenada, immigrated to the United States, and later on had an illustrious career in Major League Soccer at the New England Revolution. Shari was the best player in MLS during his time, and on MLS All-Star for a number of years. Shari later on came in here and was the coach of the Grenada national team, and later served as assistant coach at New England Revolution in Major League Soccer. And for the not so young, but the older people in the room and around the world, we have Keith Fletcher returning to Grenada. When I was growing up, Keith Fletcher was one of the best players I saw playing football locally. Keith Fletcher went on to college in the U.S. and played at Howard University when they had a very successful team there. Keith Fletcher played with Shaka Hislop, who's always also coming. Shaka and Keith played at Howard together. And we see Shaka on ESPN every day as an analyst talking about football around the world. Shaka would be coming also to participate in the game and to provide support to our 100-year celebrations. So we expect a packed group of international superstars. We also have some surprises, some individuals that you would know. Some of them you wouldn't know associated with football, but they're actually very good players. Some of the challenges we have is trying to get individuals from different locations, and some of the individuals not sure where they're going to be located that weekend of the match. So we're working on all the logistics, and I will provide more names very soon. So I want to thank everyone for all the efforts, government of Grenada, for all the support in terms and through the different agencies, as I said, Ministry of Sports, Ministry of Tourism, and the Tourism Authority, for all the support in terms of putting this together. This is not just about the GFA, but this is a Grenada initiative. This is a government and people of Grenada initiative. And we're hoping we can build this into a major sports tourism initiative as we move forward. Because we believe the benefits here is not just the football, but also to our communities and to our people and to our country. We believe that such an initiative can grow Grenada into a proper tourist destination where individuals from not just our regular tourist market of the US and Europe, but how do we get tourists from Africa and around the world coming to Grenada because they would have seen some of their superstars being here and having a good time here. So thank you very much, and I'll stop here for today.
Your vision and dedication in celebrating the Centennial milestone must be commended. And we're all excited to host the legends. I'll be coming in the weekend of May 3rd. And we encourage all Grenadians here and in the diaspora to turn out and be a part of this huge celebration. We also extend the opportunity for corporate Grenada to come on board. We still have room for you to be part of this momentous occasion, so we're expecting the calls and emails to come in at some point later today. We have with us a representative, Ms. Carl Hostialik from GTA, one of our long-standing partners, and we now welcome her, the Chief Operating Officer, as she makes some brief remarks regarding the support and collaboration with the GTA. Mrs. Hostialik.
Good morning, and thank you very much. Allow me to recognize head table, Honorable Jonathan Lacrette, Minister for Youth and Sports, our President of the Grenada Football Association, Mr. Marlon Glean, and of course all of you viewers and the media that are here today. The Grenada Tourism Authority joins the Grenada Football Association as it celebrates its centennial milestone, and of course congratulations are extended. This partnership with the GFA will boost tourism and economic growth, acting as a stimulus for spend, cultural exchanges, international relations, and of course supporting global exposure and wider brand recognition of the Pure Grenada destination brand. We have seen firsthand the positive and transformational effect football, cricket, swimming, tennis, and other sports have had on our society and continue to. The recent hosting of the cricket test matches, the rugby matches, and the recent Carifta Games have all had tremendous trickle-down effects through all of the subsectors of the tourism industry, be it transportation, accommodation, food and beverage, entertainment, sites and attractions, and many other ancillary tourism enterprises. This partnership is poised and will highlight community engagement, local participation, and showing pride and national ownership, imprinting sports tourism leadership, and building a very strong, sustainable legacy. The youth are at the center of this legacy, and this Caribbean versus World Legends match will bring development opportunities as Grenada shines on the world stage. This, of course, will augur well in the long term and for the future growth of our talented stars here in Grenada. At the end of this month, Grenada will host the Caribbean's premier sustainable tourism conference. And one of those essential pillars is partnership. Partnership indeed brings people together. It brings dynamism in those relations, unique and memorable experiences, shared vision for success. And in this case, this Legends match that has the full support of the Grenada Tourism Authority. Destination Grenada is more than sun, sand, and sea, and we have proven that sports tourism is a niche that surpasses expectations. Plans are well underway to welcome the players and enthusiasts to Grenada for this historic event. The Legends have a huge following, many of them over 1 million followers, which will give us the ability to leverage and showcase Pure Grenada, the spice of the Caribbean. And this, of course, will go to new audiences, as the president would have indicated. You know, superstars are coming from across the globe, Africa, Europe, North America, South America, the Caribbean, and right here in Grenada. The Legends will become brand ambassadors for Grenada, for this destination, as they share via social media platforms how much they enjoyed Grenada and the warmth and friendliness of our people. This Caribbean Legends versus the World Legends match will be promoted and supported through our various platforms, as well as with our local media partners and, of course, our international PR agencies in the various source markets. We will be reposting content and, of course, showcasing to the world how multifaceted Grenada is, how special we are, how diverse we are, be it land or sea, be it that you have to go up to Carriacou and Petit Martinique. We are the true, authentic Caribbean. And this is a wonderful opportunity for us to be able to not only showcase sports tourism, but of course Grenada to the world. This upcoming match, is more than just a gathering. It is certainly a showcase of Grenada's rich history, our passion, our communities, and our love for football. It will not only spotlight our local talents and football legends, but also position Grenada as a global map, as a premier, on the global map, as a premier destination for sports tourism, where we are blessed with cultural richness and wonderful people. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Oshielik, for your understanding and unwavering support on behalf of the GTA. We are privileged that you understood the importance of this partnership and understanding that its reach will be far and wide as we celebrate our centennial anniversary. Thank you on behalf of Grenada Football Association, and we are pleased to have this continued partnership with Grenada Tourism Authority. It's my pleasure now to welcome a friend of football, our esteemed Honorable Minister of Sports, Honorable Jonathan Lacrette, to share his insights on the government's commitment to sports and the significance of this momentous event and occasion. Honorable Minister.
Thank you, General Secretary Lee. I almost introduced myself as saying the Honorable Jonathan Lacrette and then go down the protocol list. But President Glean, good morning to you. COO Oshielik, good morning to you as well. Members of the Grenada Media Workers Association, and also to our viewing and listening public this morning, both locally as well as in the diaspora. I first of all wanted to start off my brief remarks this morning with a reflection that I had while I was traveling down to the venue. And I reflected on my 21-year stint in the education sector at a secondary school that was known for its football prowess and winning many championships that were hosted by the Republic Bank inter-secondary school football tournament. I mentioned that quite pointedly this morning because I wanted to show from my experience what the game does for both young men and young women as it relates to developing their leadership skills, allowing them to come into a greater place of social cohesion, of allowing them to understand the importance of team spirit, and also giving them the kind of national, as well as in some cases, the international exposure that they need so that they can develop and hone their craft. With that being said, I want to congratulate the Grenada Football Association, President Glean, and his entire team on the celebration of its 100th anniversary, and also for the presence that football has had in Grenada. I believe that they deserve a round of applause, audience. As a youth and sporting sector, we want to strengthen our commitment to ensuring not just one sporting discipline receives the kind of attention that it needs, but all sporting discipline. But because football has been around for a very, very long time, as you can see this morning, and the impact it has had at the grassroots level, at the national level, and even some of our own local footballers playing at the international level, I believe that its presence has made a significant impact in the lives of many of our youth across the entire state of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. And as we continue to develop our sporting facilities by way of infrastructural development, as well as provide the kind and type of training that is needed for our coaches so that they can grow in their craft, government wants to continue to pledge its deep commitment to the development of our sporting activities and also to the development of our human resource capacity so that we can grow in the game across all spectrums of the game. As it relates to the impact and significance of this Legends Weekend, I really given my commitment to be there, given my schedule. I know that President may not forgive me for my absence, but I pledge that I am definitely going to be there, even if it's for a short season, to witness Grenada being showcased to the world. And as it relates to significance, government intends to leverage this event to be able to strengthen our partnerships with our grassroots programs at the local level here in Grenada. As we continue to work with the Grenada Football Association and all other sporting disciplines, associations for that matter, we want to pledge our financial commitment and we want to pledge our moral support as well to the development of the games. And again, sir, congratulations on your 100th anniversary as we continue to collaborate and partner together for the success of football in Grenada. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister, for the usual encouraging words and for outlining the bright future of football development in our country. Before we go to the video presentations and the Q&A, I would like to circle back to our President to give us an idea of the Legends Weekend, the Legends Match, and also a special match that we'll be having as well on May 5th at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Lee. As I mentioned, for me, one of the most important aspects of that weekend is the interaction of the Legends with our grassroots players from around the country. We expect the Legends to touch and communicate with and introduce themselves to Grenada and Grenada football. So every grassroots player will have the opportunity to meet these Legends on the Saturday morning. We're going to discuss venue, etc. later. Additionally, one of the highlights of the Legends weekend or the Legends Day, prior to the big match, the Legends match, we're going to have a big game where we're going to see Grenada celebrities against a select ex-national team. A number of our soca artists, etc., have been asking about participating in the Legends weekend. And so we've decided to do a game where all of our entertainers, some of our popular folks, hopefully our Minister of Sports could put his boots on. We're going to have a celebrity match versus an ex-national, a select ex-national team that would play prior to the start of the Legends match. So that is something for Grenada to look forward to. What we don't know is that a number of our artists, etc., cultural ambassadors, and even some regular folks, some government folks, etc., were actual players at some point. Some of our DJs, etc. Nati, Thunder, we know they're very good footballers. Boise is a very good footballer. Rooney J also played. Black Storm was a footballer. We played under 15 football together at some point. So some of these popular people that you see in different careers, in different aspects of Grenadian life, were actual footballers at some point and want to showcase their talent on that day also. They want to showcase their talent in front of the Legends and in front of Grenada and in front of the world. So we're going to have a select ex-national team against a celebrity team. But also in the celebrity team, in the Legends match that I did not highlight, is some of our local legends who are based in Grenada. The Jake Rennie, the Ricky Charles, the Anthony Modeste, some of these guys, Devon Smith, Junior Murray, some of these guys will also be part of our Legends games. All these guys will have played for Grenada, represented Grenada over the years. So there'll be some local players in Grenada. Some of our legends, local legends, will be participating in that game also. So all of our ex-nationals, or most of our ex-nationals, would be performing, will be playing on that day, whether within the ex-national team or within the Legends team. Those guys will be showcasing themselves also. So that would be what the weekend is going to look like. The legends will also be engaged with our Board of Tourism, our tourism authority, doing some site visits, participating in our carnival activities. Our carnival launch is the night before the Legends match, so they'll be participating in the carnival launch event, and what we're trying to do is to create that experience. So when they leave here, we know next year is going to be much bigger. It's going to be more legends from throughout the world, South America, Asia, and we can make this an event that'll be on our calendar for years to come, showcasing some of the best footballers that have ever played the game. Thank you.
Now we will have some video highlights from some of our legends, followed by an official video ad for the highly anticipated Caribbean Legends versus the World Legends.
Hi, Shaka Hislop here. Just wanted to tell Grenada football fans that I'm coming back to Grenada at long last. The Grenada Football Association has invited me to take part in the Legends game, 5th of May, Kirani James National Stadium, 6:30 kickoff. It's a great opportunity for me to put the gloves back on, to come celebrate all that the GFA has given to football, not just locally in Grenada, but regionally in the Caribbean.
Hello guys, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Alassandou, an international former player from Senegal. Just want to announce you that the Grenada Football Association has invited me to be part of this legend camp.